Chapter 9, Question 1 is asking you to identify the solute and solvent in various solutions. And when you take one thing and mix it with another, you get a solution. The thing you have less of is called the solute, and the thing you have more of is called the solvent. So the solute plus the solvent gives you the solution. So you can recognize a solute because it's what you have less of, and you can recognize a solvent because it's what you have more of. So in 9.1a, you have 10 grams of NaCl and 100 grams of H2O. Because 10 grams is less, NaCl is the solute, and because you have 100 grams of H2O, the H2O would be the solvent. For B, you have 50 milliliters of ethanol and 10 milliliters of water. Because 10 is less than 50, the water is the solute, and because 50 is bigger than 10, the ethanol, which is C2H5OH, is the solvent. In C, it says you have 0.2 liters of oxygen and 0.8 liters of nitrogen. So notice that these mixtures are not just a solid and water, although that's the example I gave here at the top. They are any two things being mixed. In this case, you're mixing two gases, oxygen and nitrogen. And this is a similar mixture as is in the air. You have much more nitrogen than you have oxygen. Because 0.8 is bigger than 0.2, nitrogen is the solvent. And because 0.2 is less than 0.8, oxygen is the solute. Question 2 in Chapter 9 is really the same thing, just with different solutions. So in this example, for A, because 10 milliliters is less than 200 milliliters, the acetic acid is the solute. And because 200 is bigger than 10, the water is the solvent. For B, you have 100 milliliters of water and 5 grams of sugar. Now, here you would technically have to convert in order to get the units to be the same. But a gram of water is 1 milliliter of water. So 1 milliliter of water weighs 1 gram. And so you're really dealing with 100 grams of water and 5 grams of sugar. Because the 100 is bigger, the water is the solvent. And because the 5 is smaller, sugar would be the solute. And for C, you have 1 gram of bromine and 50 milliliters of methylene chloride. So the assumption behind this question is that the difference in units is not significant enough for the difference in numbers to be reversed. So because the 1 is smaller than 50, bromine is the solute. And because the 50 is bigger than the 1, the methylene chloride is the solvent. So you get a solution when you mix two things. The one you have less of is the solute. The one you have more of is the solvent.